Open your eyes. How about you record when I say to record?
Wake up, Link.
There we go. Alright, sorry. Yes! Zelda! There's actually voice acting in it. In the trailer, at least.
You have to the fans?
安沼さんからファンへのメッセージを。
ゼルダのね、当たり前を見直すって言って作ってきたこの、ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルド、いっぱい話したいことあるんですけど、もうトレーラーも見ていただいたし、ファンの皆さんは早くゲーム見たいと思ってると思うんですね。なのでもうゲーム始めたいと思うんですけど。
So I've created this game thinking about breaking the conventions of Zelda, and I know that a lot of fans have seen the trailer, and they probably want us to jump right in. So why don't we get started?
Let's do it. We're going to be showing a lot of The Legend of Zelda today, starting right here. We're going to show you what you can do, and we're going to introduce you to this amazing world.
Yes.
We're going to try not to spoil anything, so feel free to tune in for as long as you like.
Is there, like, voice acting in this one? Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Open your eyes.
I doubt Link, I still have this feeling that Link wouldn't be able to talk.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
I guess there is voice acting. It's just weird all these years there wasn't. I mean, there wasn't CDI games. That doesn't count. And Smash Brothers and Zelda Warriors doesn't count either. I mean, actual dialogue in a main canon Zelda game.
This is a very mysterious place, Aonuma-san.
ちょっと神秘的な場所ですけれども。
そうですね。ゼルダの当たり前を見直すって言いながら、昔いつもと同じような目覚めるシーンから始まってますけどね。
I've talked about breaking the conventions of Zelda, but Link does start by waking up.
Keep that rooted in the tradition.
伝統を守るという感じでいいんじゃないでしょうか。
ただまあ本当にミステリアスな、ね、場所で。
Shrine of Resurrection.
This really is a mysterious place, and
I don't think there's never been a Zelda game to start off. Well, yeah, there was him waking up, but not in a place like this. And this is the Wii U version, yeah. I'll probably buy it on the NX if it's coming out on the
That is
NX.
a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Here we see the introduction of a very mysterious item.
神秘的なアイテムが出てきましたが。
ね、ゼルダって今まで剣と魔法のね、
Is he naked?
世界だったんですけど、今回
No, I think he has
新
like,
しいテクノロジー
swords or something.
So in the past series, we've used swords and magic, but this time around, we introduced technology.
I know a lot of people are going to be so excited to see how that plays out in this game because that's such a great new wrinkle to add to the Zelda franchise.
シーガーストーンがどんな感じでゲームで使われるのかっていうのをファンの皆さんが期待していると思います。
でもやっぱり宝箱を開けるんです。
Da 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 da
And
da da.
he's going to start with by opening the treasure box.
宝箱からが出てきたのね、服なんですね。
These are clothing items that he can wear.
Oh,
今
nice.
まで裸同然でしたから。
Link was was pretty much naked.
Da, 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 da,
これ
da.
裸でもできるけどね
Oh, Bill, you can actually play this nude too if you want.
Oh wow. Yeah, play the whole game nude. Once it's rated
僕のスタイ
M.
ルではないのに遠慮しておきます。
はい OK です
That would also make you very vulnerable to enemies, just so you know.
Slate
で
up
敵
to
に
the
もちょっと
pedestal.
それで防備力が下がってしまう。
That will show you the way.
And so we see here one of the functionalities of the Sheikah Slays activating
これがシーカストーンの
this pedestal
機能の一つです。
and opening this door here.
さあいよいよです
So it starts.
All right.
You are the light. Our light.
Maybe they should have called it Light of the
Must
Wind or
shine
something.
upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Oh, he's just standing there. Come on, Link. I look how he
画面
runs.
にジャンプって
It's like he actually.
今回ね
You could jump.
初めてボ
Holy
タンでジャンプするようになりました
So as you can see,
There
on the
is
screen,
rock
it says
climbing.
Jump. Now Link can jump for the first time.
その
in
ジャ
the
ンプは
series.
Like on. I mean, when you tell him to jump, not if he
And
just had a
the
sword
jump
or
is
on a
for
cliff.
him to climb up the wall.
Yes. He has a ponytail. He thinks he's Venom Snake, although he doesn't have a prosthetic.
Now we see the subtitle on screen. Perhaps this would be a good time for Aonuma-san to talk about that a little bit.
サブタイトルが画面に出てきましたけども、これについてちょっとご説明いただけますか。
ゼルダってね今までアイテム名とかキャラクター名がサブタイトルにつくことが多かったんですけど今回はねこの世界そのものの名前です
So in the previous titles, we used character names and item names as subtitles, but this time around, we wanted to showcase the world of Zelda.
And I think, especially from that sweeping panoramic shot right there, we see how much
What was that
How much
thing
of
just
a-
walking by?
character the world is, how much of a presence the world is in this. And I know, hearing some of the iterations of possibilities for the subtitle, and you know, I remember the moment when
I don't
first
know,
heard
but
Breath of
I'm
the
thinking
Wild, and it was
Nintendo.
just
I
like,
mean, I would like them to
it's
show
the
off
right
some other
one. It
games
just-
still,
It felt so right with this.
but
The
I'm
in tune
kinda
with the
thinking
nature and the sort
for
of expansiveness
first time in
of
a
this world.
while,
このゲームの背景を見たり、その
Nintendo's
自然
actually
の
done
方
a
の要素を
very
見
good
て
job.
みると初めて
I wish they did the NX, but they don't want to overhype it. They'll probably mention it, but they won't like show it off.
はいこうやってねどんどんね壁とか山とか登っていけるんですね
So Link can climb the mountain or the wall, just like you said, you saw here.
Just like Amazon said.
緑色のゲージがありますけど頑張りゲージって言ってあれが続く限り登っていけるわけです
So that is the green, you see the green gauge on the left. That's the stamina gauge, and you can kind of see how much he can climb by that gauge.
で世界に転がっていろんなものをねどんどん手に入れることができるわけ
And then there's a lot of items scattered all around the world, and you can take those, you can pick those up.
で任天堂といえば
And then
I wonder,
as
is this
Nintendo,
rated
we of
M?
course have to
If there's
have
nudity in it, it's
special
probably M,
mushrooms.
which is
We
weird.
love our mushrooms.
まあこのキノコは
Tomb Raider? I like Tomb Raider. Sorry,
This
I'm reading the
mushroom is
chat.
not going to make Link any bigger.
Good to know.
はいこうやって大きな岩とかもね押したりいろいろしてこうやってその世界にあるいろんなものにこうリンクがこういろいろアクションできるんですね
So as you can see, Link can push off big rocks down the hill. He can use all these little items and elements and incorporate it into gameplay.
See already Bill doing some gathering, a lot of climbing here, and already there's this sense of you're just thrown into this world of exploration right off the bat.
More voice acting.
Point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
誰かに呼ばれました
Somebody's calling you, Bill.
So here we get our first look at the map. This circular area here being the extent of the E3 demo that we're showing. This is a high plateau in the center of Hyrule. we'll give you just a sneak peek of how big that is, but I think you'll get to see a better look at the scale of the world later on today.
ハイラルの真ん中に位置しているE3 バージョンで見れる
All the Sheikah slate.
マップは後でまた別の機会にお見せしましょう。
Oh, I got a baked apple.
焼きリンゴですね。
あ、怒られちゃう。
No, you took a baked apple.
Oh, they don't talk.
Oh.
Maybe it's only in cutscenes or something.
Now, who is this gentleman, Mr. Onuma? Would you like to share with people?
この男性は誰なんでしょうか。ご説明いただけますか。
不思議ですね。
He's kind of myserious looking.
一番最初のゼルダで出会ったのもこういう老人でしたよね。
And in the first of the series, I think you met a guy like this.
Oh, I remember
He
that.
says this is the Great Plateau, and he describes it as the birthplace
Take
of
this sword
Kingdom
as
of
it'll
Hyrule.
80 or whatever the line was in the original game.
始まりの大地ということです。
もうちょっとなんか遺跡のような感じになってしまってる神殿ですね。
So you can see the temple that's very worn down.
Yes, he says the kingdom is in a state of decay.
なんか王国がちょっと崩壊しているっていう。
どういうことなんでしょう。
So I picked up a tree branch earlier. Currently, it's all I have for a weapon.
Wow.
But you can see very quickly the things that I can do with a tree branch.
でさっき枝をピックアップしたんですけども、これが唯一の今持っている武器なんだけども、結構いろんなことができる。
そうですね。
And I can.
いろんなことできますけど、そんなにいろいろ火つけたら大変なことになりますよ。
You can do a lot of things, but you can't just set everything on fire.
Right.
So.
I think we've just seen a window into Bill's play style.
ビルのプレイスタイルが今ちょっと垣間見れましたね。
I picked up an axe, and so I can also swap my weapons out. So I'll switch over to the axe. The axe is great because I can chop down trees if I
Oh, it
want
looks
to
pretty
get
strong.
to some
こうやって木を
apples.
切り倒してリンゴを取ったり
Used all the resources.
Right? I can even chop the logs that I've
作っ
cut
たり
to get firewood, which I can later use to set a campfire.
丁寧に全部こう紐で巻いてあるってすごいですね。
So it's very nice, neatly bundled up already for you.
It's amazing.
Convenient. Yeah, I think honestly, first time I got my hands on the realm, I spent the first 20 minutes like chopping down trees and climbing trees. That's all I did.
はじめこのゲームをプレイし初めてプレイした時にとりあえず
Oh!
木を切
Look
り
at
倒
that
したり
is
木の
One
取った
Waker.
りすることに集中してました。
はい。
I've always been a big fan of the Koroks.
この子たちはね、この世界の至る所にこう隠れてるんですね。
So these guys are actually hiding everywhere in the world here.
What do we have
What's-
there?
あれ
Onuma-san, it looks like I've already come across the Master Sword.
見つかったか。
Maybe you found it.
見つかってしまったか。
Did you get it already? Did you find it?
あ、まずい。
Oh,
Oh.
残念でした。
no.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
こんなところにね、そんな重要なものがな置いてあるわけないで
Yeah,
すよ。
there's no way I'm going to play something that important here.
That would be the ultimate in breaking with the Zelda conventions.
それはなんかゼルダの当たり前を見直すっていうのの一番
Now I do need a shield, so I think I'm gonna run up this way. As you can see, the world is open to me. I can go any direction that I want, but I'm gonna run up here through the grass. I have a sword, so perhaps I should cut some grass,
草を切って
but nothing's coming out.
でも何も出てきません。
これさ、もうリンクはダメージ受けたらどうやって回復するんだって話ですよ。
So I guess you want to know how Link can
I look at something.
get light
はい。じゃあちょっと敵と
after
戦って
getting
み
a
ましょう。
damage. So let's try fighting some of these enemies.
Bill has stumbled onto a goblin camp here.
Well,
He's gonna dispatch them with some extreme prejudice here, I think.
there we go. It's not much of a shield, but I've got a pot lid.
とりあえずシールドをゲットします。
Alright, sorry.
Uh-oh. Oh, He's taunting me.
Ah!
Oh no, I'm gonna need some health here in a bit. So,
Ah!
and his sword broke, so...
壊れちゃいましたね。
Uh-oh.
Oh, your shield broke.
Oh,
there's the
I
shield.
stole his spear.
今回ね、リンクが持ってる武器はね、使ってるうちに壊れちゃうんですよ。
So, for this title, the weapons that Link have actually will break as he uses them.
で、今ビルも敵からこうやって武器を奪いましたけど、こうやってね、どんどん強い敵倒して強い武器を手に入れるっていうそういうサイクルでこのゲームは進みますね。
So, the cycle of this game is that you go into a battle with enemies, and then you take their weapons, and then so you can use them as your own.
Oh.
So perhaps we'll
So
head
it's like
down and
Skyrim?
check out some of these ruins.
ビル、ハート
It seems more
なくなっちゃったじゃない。
more
Oh,
realistic
yeah.
though.
Your heart's getting a little lower, Bill.
ハートをどうやったら回復できるかというと、
So let's
そ
see
の
how you
キ
can.
ノコを取ってましたけど、その下にハートのマーク見えますよね。
So you can see that little heart icon on the
これはハート
mushroom,
が半分回復することを指してます。
and then it shows that you can get half of the heart back if you
で
eat it.
今回はね、草を切ってハートで回復するんじゃなくて、リンクは物を食べて回復します。
So this time around, you're not going to find any hearts in the grass, but you're going to be eating these food items, and you can get your stamina back up.
Using
Well,
that
that's
way
more
to replenish your
realistic. I
health.
kind of like that though.
I love that notion of really having to take advantage of the resources in the
Some
world.
people are saying
with-
Nintendo won.
Also with grabbing the weapons we were talking about. You know, you're getting those from enemies. You're finding them in certain places and then using the food as this resource to keep your health up.
Another
It's
enemy.
also really interesting. It's a lot of fun.
周りにある武器だ敵の武器だったり
That was
食
brutal.
べ物だったりそうやってリソースを駆使して進めていくっていうゲームのスタイルがすごく楽しいです
そうですね、だからね、
I still
ちょ
want
っと
this
サバイ
game.
バルな感じですよね。現地でとにかくいろんなものを調達しなきゃいけないっていう。
So it's almost like a survival game where you have to collect all these items so you can move on with the game.
Oh, slow motion. It's like definitely like Phantom Pain.
Using the flurry rush.
フラリア
ね、あれは今敵の攻撃に対してビルがうまくこうジャンプで避けたんですよね。そうするとスローモーションになって敵にヒットを与えやすくなるんですね。
So when you when you get a perfect timing, the enemy slows down, and then it's easier for you to attack the enemies.
Looks like I got a new pair of trousers, which I've been needing to pick up. So,
新しいパンツをゲットしたので、
Alright.
これに着替えます。
okay. You can see that there's quite a lot to look around at and discover in the world. Gonna run
Hey.
past those barrels there.
周りにいろいろあるので、いろいろと探求心というか、辺りを
そうですね。
見回すのがすごく楽しいです。
Aonuma-san, we don't have a good idea of what's going on in Hyrule here, but everything seems to be in ruin.
ちょっとハイドルが荒廃化というか、なんか遺跡化してしまっているので。
そうですね。これも昔のトレーラーでもお見せしましたけど、今回のトレーラーに似たガーディアンですね。
So you saw these guys in the trailer, they're guardians,
っていう敵なんですけど、今動かなくなっちゃってますね。もう
and they're enemies, but as you can see, these guys are not moving anymore.
だからなんかその間にこう時間の経過っていうのがあるんでしょうね。
So there must be some sort of a time lapse.
Like Skyward Sword.
So I know a lot of people are going to be really excited about how you're dropped into this world, and there's minimal backstory. There's not a lot up front in this game other than here you are. What are you going to do? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And then yet there's so many hints in this environment about that hint of something greater has happened, and I think people will be really interested to see the story sort of unfold as they play the game.
ゲームが始まってから、どのような舞台設定なのかっていうのはユーザーさんの方でまだ詳しく分かりませんけども、こうやってゲームを進めていくうちにいろいろとヒントが見つかって、こんなんなんじゃないか、あんなんなんじゃないかっていうふうに考え始めることでユーザーさんも楽しまれるんじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね。やっぱりそういうことが自然とこう分かってくるっていうのが面白いじゃないですか。ゲームって端的にこういろいろ伝えたくなっちゃうんですけど、今回はねそういうところがもうじわじわとこう
Right.
分かってくる。
So I think with this title, you'll be able to learn these backstories, like you said, Ed, that you'll be able to learn them little by little on your own pace. It's not that the game is telling you, but you can kind of explore and find out on your own.
This might also be a good time to talk a little bit about the art style and just the nature of the game itself. If you look at Link and the world, it's clearly deeply inspired by.
Oh, Square Enix
Japanese
goes live
animation.
tonight. I don't know if that's. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that or not. I mean, I'll watch it eventually, but if it's an actual live stream, I'll watch it.
そうですね。ゼルダで言うとね、風のタクトの時にトゥーンっていう表現を使ってそのアニメーションの表現を取り入れてみたんですけれども、それはねそういう世界が広くその自然の中にものがあるんですけど、それをはっきり分からせるためには描き込むよりももっと簡素なマイナスしていくね、削っていってはっきりそれを分からせるこういうアニメーションの技法の方がゲームには向いてると思ったんですね。
So we've used this tune like style before in the previous title, but in order for the players to see an item, to find an item, it's actually easier to.
I thought they were talking about the instrument. I wonder what the instrument is.
Where you create something and then you shave off the elements, so the items will be the users will be able to identify the items easier rather than adding on elements so to the background.
なのでそのアニメーションっていうその技法を使って表現するっていうことがテーマではなくて、
Thank you for playing.
それをね、
So I guess it's like a time
ゲー
demo.
ムの規模に合わせてそれを選んだってことなんですね。
So the theme here is not that we wanted to create an animation style game, but we wanted to
That scared me.
to use this art style and then match it to the functions of this game.
And you see here the time limit on the
We
demo that
ran
people
into
had
a
access
slight-
to on the show floor.
Yeah, we were supposed to disable that. That was my mistake.
That's all right. That's all right.
But
These things happen.
what we can do is we'll skip through a few things.
申し訳ございません。
It's an organic playthrough. It's true to the nature of the game itself.
ね、ゲームの本当の自然な形に今沿っているので、こんな感じ、こんなこともあるん
そうですね。今日体験してもらえるものを生で皆さんにも感じてもらったってことですよ
So
ね。
yeah, this is
That's
something
right.
that the users will experience tonight on the show floor. So
And I think people saw, that actually gives people at home a sense of how much time people are going to have here. And as Reggie said, nobody's going to be able to explore even just this small area that we're showing here at E3. And that speaks to just how large this experience is going to be. And I think that people are going to be really excited to just get that little taste of it.
さっきレジも言ってましたけれども、本当に今回ショーフロアでデモをしても、本当に一部の部分しかマップの一部しかゲーム内の一部しかプレイできないので、今のこの切れてしまいましたけれども、それでどれぐらいの本当短い時間にどれぐらいちょっとしか見れないかっていうのが、ビューアーの皆さんにも分かったんです。視聴者の皆さんにも分かったんじゃないかと。
そうですね。
But in going back and talking about the art style, the colors are very reminiscent of a type of paint called gouache. And gouache was actually it's a material that is used frequently in animation, but it's also a material that's used in a style of painting that is called en plein air, or in English open air painting, where you go out into the environment and you sit down in front of the object that you intend to paint, and you paint it in that real world setting. And then, as we started looking at the art style and its similarities to gouache and that connection, we also started to feel that the music in the game also has a very open air feeling to it. Isn't that correct, Aonuma-san?
このアートスタイルも随分そうやってグワッシュとか使っているような感じのスタイルですけれども、音楽自体もとてもなんかオープンエアっていうテーマにぴったりな気がするんですけども、そこら辺のご説明っていうのをお願いできますか。
ね、どこに行って何をするのも自由な今回のゲームなのでね、あるルートに沿って遊んでってもらって、その間に音楽を盛り立てていくみたいなことが今回は使えないんですね。
So because the players will be able to explore and do anything that they want to, we couldn't use the conventional types of music where we know that where the users would go, and we can kind of get the music more dynamic as the user users explore certain areas of the map. So this time around, we kind of took a different approach.
なので今回は、
It is more
ゲームの
realistic.
BGM ですね、環境音、今大自然の中のこの音がありますけど、それに融合させるような BGM の使い方をしてるんです。
So as you can hear, there's a lot of environmental sounds that you hear throughout the game, and then we try to blend that music, that sound into the game as much as we can.
先ほどから見ていただいてたまにこう流れてくるピアノのねがあると思うんですけど、
And then you can hear a little piano, sounds of piano throughout the game, I think.
ピアノのね音っていうのはもう自然の音にすごくマッチするんですね。
And then the sounds of piano actually matches this nature element very well.
なおかつ人の内面にこう働きかけるような響きを。
And then the sounds of piano actually kind of strikes a chord in people's emotions too. So I think it works really well.
なのでリンクが何かの目的のもとで何かをしようとしているときにたまたま偶然にまたそのピアノの曲に出会うとですね、ぐっと気持ちが盛り上がってくるんですね。
So when you're playing the game and when Link goes through something, and then if that piano sound happens to come on, it kind of it makes you feel so emotional just hearing that.
Oh, look at that! Wow.
Of the movement
water.
and the music.
だって本当の偶然の出会いなんですよ。だから100人いたら100人の人が違う体験をするっていうね、それを感じてほしくて、そういう。
Why do you feel like that's
So
going
the
to come out of the
music
gamepad?
is our intention was to, because this game it has 100 ways of
They keep
playing
showing the
it,
gamepad,
there's
too.
100 players playing it. So we kind of wanted to make that that very unique experience for every player.
I know longtime fans of the series, that's going to be one of the first things they notice. You know, there's not the constant theme music always present everywhere you go. And this new take on the on the aural experience is really refreshing. It's true to the game, and it does resonate. It feels really good to play.
ゼルダファンにとっては常にこうテーマ音楽が流れているようなバックグラウンド流れているような感じではないので、やっぱり今回のBGM に関してはすごくみんな気づく
Whoa,
と
that's
思
cool.
うんですけれども違いに、でもやっぱり青沼さんがおっしゃったよ
So
う
you
に
can like counter attacks.
心にグッとくるような音楽なので、すごくこのプレイスタイルに合っていると思います。
よかったです。
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that, Ed.
Bill continuing
There we
his
go.
campaign of brutality.
裸ですね。
Oh,
Yes, I forgot to-
Bill Link,
Sorry, I forgot to put my pants on.
you kind of rushed
Just like
yourself.
any other day.
So we do have, one of the things that we're not showing in this morning segment that's going to be coming up in just a little bit is puzzle solving. You'll be seeing some of that today. You'll be seeing quite a bit of exploration and the ways to use the objects that you've discovered. But one of the things, there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of experiment with the environment and the world here in Breath of the Wild. So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with a little project I want to try out here.
後々午後のセグメントでは謎解きだったりいろいろな他のマップの他のエリアの探求なんかもしますけど、ちょっと今回はビルがやりたかったビルのプロジェクトにちょっと今集中して。
集中してて何をしてんのこれ。
Oh. Okay, well,
I like that you call this setup a project, Bill.
let's see.
ほぼ何がしたいか分かりません。
I don't know what you're trying to do here, Bill.
Let's see if it's close enough. Nope. Oh.
Get another club?
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no,
No?
not quite.
Oh, she's trying to like build it up.
We'll try one
Maybe I have
more.
an idea here.
Oh wow.
No.
Oh, we're on fire. You catch on fire. Oh no, we're not.
Hey, you live.
I did. I survived.
死なずに。
Well done.
Now,
でもかなりやばい状態なん
that
です。
was
But look at your heart, Bill.
that was quite dangerous.
Thank you for joining us for Bill's
Actually,
project.
we have a little, we have a little bit of news. I think everybody has been excited for some special Zelda items coming to Miitomo.
なんかミートモに新しいゼルダのアイテムが登場するということで。
We've just been told that those items will be going live at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, wow.
So be sure to check into Miitomo today to get your free Zelda-themed items there. We have a lot more Zelda coming up
A lot
today.
more Zelda.
As we've talked about, we're really focusing on introducing you to the world, the things you can do in the world, how you're going to be surviving. It's really all about the actions and the activities. You won't be seeing so much in terms of characters and story. So if you're the type of person who doesn't want to be spoiled, feel free to tune in all day.
Yeah.
で今日も午後からいろいろとキャラクターとストーリーというにフォーカスしたものではなくて、他の要素にフォーカスしたツリーハウスライブのセグメントがあるので皆さんご覧になってください。
まだまだたくさん伝えたいことがありますのでよろしくお願いします。
There's so much more I want to tell you about this game, so please look forward to it.
Yes, so stay tuned. We're going to take another look at our next segment. We're going to be focused on some exploration. So thank you, Noriko, Mr. Ainuma. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much for your time. And don't go anywhere. We got more Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild coming up.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a break. Just for a little while. And then yeah, so I'll be back, I think. Sorry about that, we're back.
See, obviously, if you have huge elevation gains that you have to get over.
I had to use the bathroom, was eating some
Yep.
pizza.
And just for the Treehouse Live, Mr. Onuma gave us a very special bonus.
Excuse me.
We can actually use the paraglider in this one. So I'm gonna try to take the scenic route.
You're going in the drink. You're going in the water.
Oh no!
We're gonna make it.
Maybe I will make it. I will make it. Yes. Oh wait, there's something here. Is that
Resources.
Shiny.
yeah.
Alright.
That's actually one thing I found really useful about being able to plan your location before you actually get going, because the number of times I've gotten waylaid by collecting stuff or hunting, or I'm totally off of where I intended to go, and then I can check and be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to go over there. I should get back to that when I'm done collecting stuff.
No, that happens all the time. Like every nook and cranny. I mean, it's not like you're gonna find this incredible sword around every nook and cranny, but there's always something. It's like whether it's an apple or it's something that you're gonna use later on. There's stuff. There's secrets everywhere, so you get really distracted.
And I collect everything I see.
I feel like I just saw Bill doing a naked speed run down this path. Like, luckily we're
Probably
going
after
around.
this,
You went down the path. We're going up.
unless they're gonna show something else
To the different
interesting, I'm
direction.
gonna
Oops.
probably just stop
So
streaming
this
for a
is
while.
actually the
Maybe come back later, depending on what they're showing.
link first come out from the resurrection.
I'll be on
Quest, I think.
Twitch tomorrow though, so I'll stream something
That's
E3
where it was,
related.
I think. And he came up right here.
Hey, in case anybody's wondering too, because we obviously just went through Mr. Aonuma's section.
I might
The first time you pick
rewatch
something
the
up,
Ubisoft
it
conference
softens
because I
it and
missed
tells
it
you what
and
is,
streamed
but
that.
thereafter, if you pick up the same item, you're not going to get interrupted with sort of that little text bubble telling you what it is. You just pick it up and just keep rolling.
Okay. So my destination is actually behind me, but I'm gonna try to go around this cave and do some climbing and jumping.
I love doing that. It's so interesting how with this game, so much of it is being able to take your adventure into your own hands, do whatever you want to do, go where you want to go, and starting the game, one of the first things you can do is just run yourself
Dive off the cliff.
You're not careful.
Yeah, I totally did that.
Yeah,
But-
I found I've made many entertaining mistakes as I've been exploring, and I got a little maybe over enthusiastic.
But I mean, somebody could have, instead of going down that path as the game sort of gently guides you to do, somebody could have just taken a left out of that cave and come right up here if they wanted to.
Yep.
And then they'd get in
You
trouble.
decided what to do. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Chico,
I
come
noticed
on.
it.
Oh, really?
Oh, you can go hunting. Nice.
Chico, it
That
should be
was
noted
wrong.
for those of you guys who are watching, Chico likes to shoot everything that moves, but you don't have to do that. Of course, obviously,
It
if there are, you can survive and play this entire game without hunting innocent animals like Chico. Well, no, and bad animals. Bad
I'm
animals.
an animal lover, so you know.
Girls gotta eat.
And actually, this is something that folks probably noticed during the Aonuma segment, that this area is really taken over by bokoblins. So you have to be really careful as you're running around these hills.
Like
There
that
are all
one?
these little encampments that you can run across. And
Yep.
depending on which direction you come at them from, you could be climbing from the other way, crest that hill, and suddenly you're smack in the middle of this camp.
Yeah. These
They
guys have
are-
a really sweet camp. Look at the view from that camp. That is where I would camp.
And they have meat. I want meat.
Nice roll.
So much for their peaceful
Oh.
camping.
Ah, you missed it.
You got their attention though.
Wait.
That's all right. They're stupid.
Yeah. They're not.
They might just
They're like, that was just an
blue
exploding
shiny things.
grasshopper. Yeah, it just went over there and blew up. Nice roll.
Oh, maybe not. I think there's a
I think
really
you got a
bear
good.
taking it.
Oh man, Chico's
Just
taking it in
kidding.
her own hands.
Oops. I wanted to get them
Oh, and
before they
it
get
does
Do you
there.
have to use the gamepad?
Oh, oh, you
I
went
hope
over
not.
the side. Chico, come on.
What? I'm just trying to
These
get
dudes are chilling. They're like, we got our permit.
I know in Japan they've been selling the Wii U without the gamepad.
Oh,
They were looking
Look
forward to
at that
such a good
meat.
time,
no,
right?
they're bad. They're bad
Look,
creatures.
look at this giant meat.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta,
glistening.
you gotta grab that.
Yes, I
It
have.
looks so delicious.
Haha.
Oh, seared. Yeah, would have been a good meal for him.
Yeah, well, I will enjoy it for them.
Finders keepers. They're no longer here, so it's all
Since
Chico's.
they
And now
look
you're gonna
interesting.
burn.
Wait, there's
their
some
stuff.
guy.
That's good.
Just
Sort of
to
a.
make sure.
Who's that? I see something else.
You should
There's
do
a
it.
life
Oh,
meter.
Oh, there might be something in there.
Maybe. I should wait.
Yeah, it's so interesting when we saw the that rolling issue we were having over that crest there, but
No.
you really have to take physics into account
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're doing
Alright.
anything in this
Look,
game.
look at that. There's something more.
Oh yeah, go down there.
Well, it's gonna have a really real effect.
You could have got
on
that.
what's going on.
Or was that just a weapon?
Stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is ore. You can of course whale on this. You could also blow it up. Various
Oh, that's
minerals
right.
and other
yeah,
things.
Yeah. I should do
You
that.
gotta
That's
save that
easier.
axe. It's like you might need that. Maybe a square bomb.
Wait. Wait. I have to change it. Okay. So there are two different types of remote bomb in this one, and the square one is much easier to just keep it in place. Oops. I don't do it.
And the spheres, unfortunately, were all
Whoa.
about shadows.
Oh, aha.
It's a big old cloud.
Thought it wasn't
going
going to
overhead.
explode for a
Actually,
second.
can we look up for a second? I just want to see if that cloud's.
Yeah. Hold on.
It might have been a zeppelin. I'm just kidding. There's no zeppelins in this game.
No.
Just weather, I think.
It's fast. It's good. I was a little worried a storm was rolling in and everything was going to start getting all slippery. And
There's another
difficult to
camp
navigate.
over there. So one of the different thing about this game is that many of the bokoblins actually live in the camp instead of just scattering
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of you'll run into obviously you run into some monsters that are just sort of wandering the
Oh, yeah.
environment, but they actually have their own little communities. They'll gather in camps and
Yep. Just having fun until
chilling.
Link comes over.
making
starts
their
to take
evil
care of
plots.
giant meat.
And like Chico's showing right here, right now, it's that you have all this environment to explore and at your own pace, and you can just climb everything and just try to investigate in different ways and take different paths. It's not linear or anything. You
Yep.
just choose your own adventure.
And there's
And-
so much hidden goodness to find.
Right?
So if that cliff had been higher, like her stamina wheel basically, it allowed her to get that high. But like if that had been a higher cliff, you probably would have had to find another way
Yeah,
around.
so I kind of have to know like what's my limit before I start climbing up.
Getting into some serious elevation here.
Look
I
at
love this about the
that.
game. It feels like, wait, look
Ooh.
around for just 1 second, Chico. I love how the natural progression of the environment sort of looks like you would expect sort of as you go up into like sort of mountain meadows and stuff like that. You'd expect the trees to change, you know, you'd expect some more like sort of wild meadows, and then as you get into an area with snow, it's like the transitions feel really like a
yeah.
natural world to me.
Looking in that other direction, there's a very ominous direction on the
Yeah,
horizon.
let's not go there today.
Yeah.
Stay
Let's try to
here
stay
where
on the
it's
plateau.
There's no
safer.
bokoblins. Oh, wait, I couldn't take that.
I don't know if we're going to be able to stop Chico from just sort of going and
I
attacking
just
everything
like
she
to
sees.
collect things.
That's all right. No, it's good.
I like
it illustrates
excuse me,
really
how
can
there's
approach it
hunting.
1,000 different ways. I mean, the last one you sort of sent in some bombs to introduce yourself to him, but didn't have to.
Oh.
You can crouch too,
Sentry.
sort of.
He doesn't see you.
And actually,
No, he
the
definitely doesn't see you now.
enemy AI is really interesting because depending on what you're fighting,
Did they notice me?
these
Yeah.
guys behave a certain way. Different enemies will behave more aggressively or more cautiously. But I think we noticed in
And
an
he had
earlier
the
section there
fire-
with that first camp where they actually hadn't
He
picked up
set
their
me on
weapons yet. So
fire.
if you'd been able to get involved
Really?
before they grab their weapons, it might have been easier. But then they have a chance to grab their gear. They'll
totally.
actually grab each other's gear.
Yeah, if you sneak in and grab their weapons, they basically sit there and try to pick up dirt.
Dirt.
I never forgot that you won't. They're just like, come on,
Yeah, it's like, stay
get out
away
of my
from me.
camp.
Or you can, Chico just used an axe there, which you can actually use to knock shields out of enemy hands. The heavier weapons can knock out shields. Then picked up his weapons, and now it's like, what is this dude going to do? He's not going to do anything.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, check him out. Dude, I think that was dirt. That might have been some Duke.
Let's call it dirt.
Yeah, I think it was
That
dirt.
seems safe.
Oh, there's a straggler
Better
there.
than something more unpleasant.
Yep.
And it's actually interesting too that right now we're fighting during a fairly nice sunny clear day, but how this would go and also how the bokoblins would behave might be very different if we came back here at night or if we came here during different weather.
That's right. A lot of enemies
you sleep at night. You can sneak in, steal all their stuff. You could sneak out afterwards too if you want, but in general, I'm sure Chico wouldn't do that. She would leave no sleeping enemies alive. And so what happened right there, obviously, is Chico cleared the entire area out, and this particular camp had a chest that was locked and was.
Oh, yep. I knew they would do that eventually.
Nice.
I've always wondered why they haven't done it yet. But finally, not that I wanted them to do it, but at the same time, it makes more sense to get a key for a chest, because I don't think you've ever really needed it.
You can open it.
Not that all the chests should be like that, but
Yeah, it looks sort of like desert buttes. Not going there today. We are staying on the plateau.
Yeah. But there's this suspicious rock or stone pillar, so of course I'm gonna try to climb up on that thing. Oh, and there's another tree house.
Oh wow.
These guys have really built it up. They got a nice place.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that actually is really nice. They got the deluxe camp.
Yeah, it's a better one.
Yeah, look at
I'm
that. They
not
got
sure
like
Chico's
they got.
gonna let that one stand or not.
You gonna burn that entire camp down, Chico?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Come in like an avenging
Maybe.
fury.
I need to take them out first.
Are you gonna
sure I
make
can
it
do
out?
I
there?
will. It's
You
close.
Nate, have some
You got
faith.
enough stamina?
She's gonna get it. Yeah, she's got it.
Eventually,
she
that's
should
one
be
of
able to
the
get
things
up
that's
there.
really fun about
Yeah,
all
they
of us
got
being
it.
able to play at work and the different experiences
Or I
we
could do
have
that
in the
too.
game, and really just comparing notes about how different the experience can be, where certain people are really focused on just rampant destruction and waging a one-man war against the goblins. Other folks are focusing more on hunting or exploring, and depending on how you choose to focus your adventure, it's so different.
Yep.
And just talking to people, like I can talk to any other person in the office, and we've had a completely different experience with the game.
Yeah, totally. So Chico, with just while we were talking about that, Chico.
I'll need to
actually
charge my
scouted this
camera
game
after
with
this,
her
probably.
Sheikah slate, and you can see that actually by identifying the individual enemies, you can see how strong they are. And yeah, it looks like there's a serious one back
I'll
there.
put it on the computer, and I need to
don't think
render
you may not
the
be geared up for
Bethesda
that.
video still.
Give it a pass.
So yeah, I should.
Let's go. Let's go to the peak.
Yeah.
If I can get most, I don't think I'm
going
going to get all the E3 videos done this week like I was hoping for.
On the mini map, so even if it's not
It's just so
specifically in
much.
the little radius of your immediate map, you'll at least have a beacon to go.
Oh, actually, since those guys will probably be fun to fight maybe later if we have time. would be
Even
really
if
fun.
I spent all my time editing, I still don't think I would be able to do it.
First,
Oh,
it's
that's
gotta get
kind of
geared
cool.
up. Chico is very cold right now.
It's always so sad to see Link like
Yeah, animation
completely
makes you feel really
freezing.
Yeah, but before I go, I definitely want to map that thing. I think it was on this side.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I'm going to use the
Skull.
Skull.
Go skull.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So
To
now
be
I can-
killed later.
That's death. You don't want to go there.
I don't know. Wait, do I have it better? Yep.
So what Chico just did, obviously, was she went into a colder zone. You can see from the temperature gauge there that she went somewhere that was beyond sort of her current clothing, and you're going to lose health if you don't gear up or otherwise warm yourself. Clothing is only one way that you can do it, but for the purpose of this demo, you should put on a nice little tunic.
Yep.
Well,
It's easier for me to focus on traveling.
why don't you take a dip in that lake? You ever do that?
Huh?
Polar bear club.
no,
Come on.
No,
refreshing, I guess.
No polar bear club.
No. When you play, you can do it.
Those look like shoes. What is that stuff?
Oh, you're right.
Choo-choo jelly. Sweet. Lot of stuff in this game. I don't even know what that stuff does. And I've been playing this game forever. Have you ever made anything out of jelly? You gotta be able to make something out of it.
I don't know. Cooking?
We kind of touched on it, but maybe we could talk about how with this game, like the weather changes and it actually affects like the gameplay itself.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean, among other things, it makes it so that nobody's going to have the same experience in this particular area. I mean, if you come into an area when it's at night and raining, it may be a totally different experience than when you come in there broad daylight. The enemies will be behaving differently. The terrain behaves differently. I mean, sudden downpours can put out campfires and stuff like that. So it really is.
I thought they said we
dynamic,
were
and
only
that's
standing in
in
the
truest sense of
plateau.
word. It's dynamic in the sense
But
that
now we're in the mountains.
the time of
That was
day
a Poe.
could
I wonder if
affect
there's
how you
Poes in this
approach a
game.
particular mountain. It gets colder at higher elevations at night than it does during the day. So
But that makes
even that will
sense.
affect how you explore.
It's interesting how rain affects climbing because it's so slippery. It's
Depending on
so
the
hard
time of
to
day
climb.
and
You
the
have to be able to
location you're
get
in,
things
you might be colder
every once in a while
or
you're gonna hit a
warmer or
point where
something.
maybe you just have to wait for the weather to pass.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
Or
Which I never do. I'm like, I'm going somewhere else. There's always something else to do around the corner. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for this weather to pass.
It just adds to the puzzle and the strategy of like where.
Or
where
you
to go
can
next,
get
or
your
maybe you
Phantom
come here
cigar
later and just mark it
just smoke and pass
just go
time.
explore
elsewhere.
Not
I'm
this
impressed that
Zelda,
you're
so I
going
don't
right
think.
path. See me, I'm like.
It'd be interesting to see
straight line,
Link
I climb
smoke
over
or drink.
absolutely everything in my path, unless I don't have the stamina to do it.
I don't think Chico's following a straight path though.
She was sticking a little bit to it.
Just want to get to it, you know?
I find these moments when you're cresting
Ooh,
a
sunset.
climb
Uh-oh, I have to get
really
there.
kind of
I have to get
Yeah.
there.
Gotta pause and appreciate the sunset. When you're going all the way to the peak for the sunset. You're such a romantic, Chico.
But it's so pretty.
Oh,
You see
stop,
everything.
stop. Can I make it? Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. Sunset's nice. Oh yeah.
Ah, I was
Nice.
just a little bit too
Oh,
much.
that's all right. It's still nice.
Aw, that's cool.
I want to see the rating. I don't even know if it is rated
Sit
good.
back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Oh, sounds
What's the game called? Oh, bro.
So are we at the peak? Oh yeah, we are.
Oh,
Nice
it's
little
getting dark.
men here there.
I don't
You
even
know
know
it
if it's
says
on
search.
here. No, it
You
doesn't
gotta
look
grab
like it.
something. There's something
I
there.
will do it later.
Oh,
Well, I spelled it wrong.
You need resources.
Just want to see what's around.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the highest peak on the plateau, but of course there's more higher stuff outside the plateau,
Yeah,
so you
that's-
guys have to explore it later. I
That's
guess.
crazy to think about, actually.
Yeah.
This seems like it should be the highest point in the entire land, and it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's just everything's so vast, but
Yeah.
the higher you get, the farther you can see, and it just makes planning so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice seeing in the distance how we've got some illumination marking locations. So there's some certain sites that are really going to catch your eye as you look over the horizon.
I know I'm so distracted by all this stuff now. I want to mark all those shrines. Go to those.
To-do list.
So I saw a waterfall over there, so I'm gonna try to go first.
You're giving me vertigo.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, this is something that I don't think we even have.
Yeah, I guess it is like Wind
before,
Waker and Twilight
so
Princess.
Folks who are here aren't going to get to play with this. It's only folks who are watching the stream that get to.
It becomes.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
We'll fly into the water.
I don't know if Wolf Link is in here. Probably not. But I don't know. They said like.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, grab it. Oh,
Ooh.
that's all right. You can use that for something.
Yeah.
That was the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't think we could do that. Can we do that? It's gross. Necklace of
Wait.
teeth.
Is it high enough? Am I high enough?
Yeah,
I
totally.
like your snowboarding.
That's
I'd love
right.
to be good here.
I know. That's right. That's
Oh
right.
wow! Actually, take a look at the moon over there. It's come out.
Maybe the next Zelda game will take place 100,000 years later, and they're gonna have like
Yeah, I have to go up.
Wow. Yeah.
Like-
you're right.
Sunny hill.
cars and
Or not.
power lines and
Oh,
TV
you are
and
a dead
games
shot.
and
You
stuff.
Seriously.
See, I
yeah,
just
really
I
That'd be
don't
interesting.
wait in there with a sword.
I don't know if
but
they're gonna
you're
go
actually
that far,
smart to
though.
do that because if you fight stealth foes at night with a sword, you generally knock their heads off, but then the head survives and goes and tries to find its body and
And
put it back
they
together.
can
Really
swap their
creepy.
heads too.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
And actually, if you take a look at them afterwards, sometimes their limbs will still be moving after you defeat them. It's like, oh.
Oh
So,
wow.
That's right. So
It is
That's
snowboarding.
so cool. It's my favorite feature of them all.
Yeah, I can actually do snowboarding here.
climb a high hill. Oh, nice.
Oh, I
He
statue.
Ice skis.
I was wondering if you could take that jump. Actually, if we start high enough, we just.
I'm sorry, what?
I was probably
I'm sorry, I was
leading you
wondering
to
fast.
probably don't
keys.
want to listen.
Jeez, it's not bad.
I know.
It's a monster. Okay?
Oh, you're calling out my cred.
Okay, so there's this.
So that little move that Chico just did, riding on her shield surfing, I think we're calling it.
Yep.
That does degrade your shield, so it's not like you could do that forever. Well, I mean, you can. You just have to go get more shields, but you can't ride on that thing forever and expect it not to take damage.
Yeah.
You
Just
might
like
need it, you know.
weapons, yeah, they do break.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
With
whatever.
all your weapons and your gear, they have also their own.
I guess I could
stats,
look on
so
here too.
The more you use them, the more you wear them.
I
Maybe you want to save your
found
favorites for special
Get that.
occasions. Yeah. The cool thing that I actually found out is that if you're shield surfing, you can do other things at the same time, like shoot an arrow. So
Oh, really?
that just invites more exploration and people to just keep trying stuff. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I got fire arrow now. Such a cool
So
stuff.
I know during the video we showed right at the beginning of the day, we showed Link swimming, but I can't remember here if I wanted.
Look at this.
Hang on a second. Chico,
Phantom Hourglass is not in the Wii
Set more
U.
things on fire.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's on the
Leave the
Virtual
tree be.
Console or something.
You are such a force of destruction.
I think we just found
I'm
out
just
that
trying
it
out
might
my
be an
new
evil tree.
stuff.
It could be then.
Might be. So
I think Chico's a pyro.
Yeah, Chico likes
I
playing.
just got
She likes it in the
fire
office too.
arrow and I just wanted to try it out. Leave me alone. Okay, so there's a waterfall. So usually when there's a waterfall, you know
Zelda
something
1.
is gonna be there.
The first Zelda has taught us this.
Oh yeah,
Check
that water
waterfalls.
looks super cold.
Yep.
nice save.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully people when they're playing the demo here, hopefully don't go jumping off cliffs thinking they can activate the paraglider.
This is just for the Treehouse Live.
Yeah.
Look at this.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice
detour.
Haha. And then it's 14. So
This is actually a really good trove. So, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. There's little stuff everywhere. So, I mean, you might look behind it in a little nook and cranny that looks suspicious, and sometimes you might find an awesome trove like this that has tons of treasure chests, but sometimes you might find some apples or some acorns or something like that. But all of those things have value.
I think the camera's probably going to die in a few minutes.
Sort of looking around and see something suspicious.
Batteries last for a few hours, but I've been filming for a few hours now.
It's all useful. I don't think we're talking about all about it in this segment, but we'll probably go into some of the details of how you use ingredients and stuff later on.
It's funny, honestly, sometimes in the middle of a hard battle, an apple is the most valuable treasure you've got. You're just like, 1 second, I have to eat this. Give me a second.
More fire arrows, that's the last.
Somebody just call me.
Oh god, you're right.
You may be geared up to.
Speaking of fire.
Says somebody called.
Maybe I can go back to the treehouse and burn it.
Oh no.
I don't know.
But the phone didn't
Wait,
ring.
are you talking about the real treehouse?
Yeah, not our actual
No,
treehouse.
Alright, that's weird.
We got time.
The goblins might be in for a bad day.
I'm wasting it.
Yeah, those are the.
I'm not wasting it
Those are
anymore.
little guys.
That did look really cool, though.
That's probably the right weapon to use if you really want to damage an enemy that's made out of ice. I would imagine fire arrows are probably the thing to do.
But if you use them all here, we can't go burn stuff later.
That's right. That's how Chico has to manage her resources. Do you really want to burn this thing?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's.
Look at that moon.
Hey, wait, double check your map.
Skyrim on Wii U. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
That skull. Oh yeah, it's on that same day.
Maybe the definitive edition on the
So,
NX.
I
I
think
hope.
we were starting to say this
I'm
earlier.
sure it's
Sam,
not
but
going to happen though.
we saw Link jumping.
But who knows?
Earlier. That was much more temperate water.
Yeah.
It shows it's powerful enough that it's possible.
You're gonna die.
I wish they'd show like a dungeon.
Get that apple. For the steak. You took the cheese.
Oh God. That was. Oh.
It's only death and destruction
Why
when
don't
it
you-
comes to Chico.
Oh wow, you got a Korok leaf out of it. That's good.
So, if there's nudity in the game, will it be M-rated or teen?
I actually watched her shoot a butterfly with an arrow once.
Really?
That really
I didn't know
shouldn't
you could do that, but
Me
people
neither.
can pull that off.
And there,
shouldn't be allowed to
so
do
I
that.
had to try it.
I want a Zelda game at
He
60
told me he
FPS
can
as
do
well.
it, so I had to try and make sure I can do it too.
Your little explosive demonstration back there, though, we should call out that obviously that tree fell down because it was in a destruction zone. You see trees, I mean, you can damage them. I think when people saw the trailer and there was that sort of sequence of Link knocking a tree across a chasm, it's not like that's the only tree that you can chop down. It's like you basically can chop down anything you see. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's back, he's got his head.
Get his arm.
I will.
Actually, let's see
Look
if
at
we,
that,
if we
look
can
at
take a closer look at one of the arms once they're...
Oh,
Yeah, there's one in front of me there.
Creeping.
oh, he's putting. Chico, what I want you to do is take his arm and then beat him with it.
It's alright. Oh, there, grab that one.
Oh wait, he took it.
No.
Oh, grab it. Yes.
Nice.
This is so
No, I
gross.
can't. So I have to.
You have
I
too many
already have
things.
enough
Maybe Digiclub.
weapons. So, yeah.
The arm is way more
picked up
fun.
the same
wait,
bow.
wait.
Oh, no, he's got it back, I think. He's putting it back on.
Sorry.
You are getting outwitted by things that they have no brains.
Fine. Are you saying I'm
There it is.
don't have?
Well, they have a rudimentary intelligence.
Wait.
Nice.
There you go.
got it.
Did I take it?
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
did.
you got it.
So we gotta equip that for a second, I think, just to show it off, because it's so creepy.
It's really creepy.
Yeah,
Look at
get him
that.
with it. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
Using his own arm.
That guy too. That's right.
It really is fun experimenting with things
Look
that
at
you
that,
maybe
it's
don't
still
think of as
moving on the
weapons,
ground,
but
too.
they
Yep.
do the job.
Yeah, I mean, we already showed it obviously in
hands.
Mr. Anima's segment, but going out of that cave and instead of being handed a sword by an old man, getting a crappy tree branch to sit right there on the ground.
Snake.
Oh.
Look.
That arm is pretty creepy when it's sheathed too,
They're
because
trying
it's
to
still
get
like
together.
clawing
I know.
at the back of Link, and it's like grabbing
That
at
was
him.
good. It's intimidating. If I saw that dude, I wouldn't fight him. Got like a moving severed arm on his back.
So we've got a little bit of time left. Should we see if we can check out that tree fort before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Chico's gonna mount.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop after this, I think.
See this.
Just for a little while.
And then she's gonna ride the
And I'll
water.
probably come back tomorrow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
We actually tried that once. It's dramatic.
There's no way they have the range over here. You can just bomb them.
I like the word epic. I thought it was an epic ending.
Okay, wait. I have to go. Oh, it's almost breaking into.
That's right. You got a spare bow. That bow is better, anyways. They got better tech than you.
I'm hoping they'll show other stuff off.
Oh, they have no idea.
Sorry that I'm not able to show it all. Well, I could, but I got other things to do too.
Whoa. Good aim.
I wish I could
Little,
go to E3 one of these days. That'd be awesome.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he shot back.
Huh? He's mad at me. I bet. Yes.
All right. Well, that's I think about all the time that we've
All
had
right.
here today. But we'll leave the fate of those bokoblins up to folks' imagination. We'll let them be for
Nice.
now. But thanks, guys, for swinging by and doing some exploring with us. Folks who are watching, please stay tuned. We're going to be right back with some more Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I'm not trying to make. I can even say what we're going to do next, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right. I think that's good enough.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, so I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to end right now. Be back tomorrow. I got work, so it'd probably be later tomorrow. Well, I don't know if it's going to be something live, or if I'll be doing like showing like one of the past press conferences on stream. I'll do something, I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this on Twitch and YouTube. I don't know what time I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming tomorrow night. I don't think it's storming, so just plan on coming by if you feel like it. More E3 stuff. Sonicman E3 coverage. Thank you for watching once again. I've been your host, and I will see you mates next time.